in Hollywood, people set up their own production companies. They all have them. Tom Hanks, Tom Cruise has a studio now, and that is actually personal nepotism, because if a film comes along, there'll be 2 or 3 roles in it maybe, and whoever's closest to that thing or some director's going to say, I want this guy, and there could be another 10 people who feel that they're top line and they want to get into it, but they can't. Anyone who's on a 2nd tier or 3rd tier, they just can't get into it anyway. So you actually have to generate your own projects to really be able to, or you could get lucky. Someone say, yes, you're into this gig and it's a big breakthrough, but still, generating your own projects is the best way. So that's why the comedy, I started making people laugh, so I thought I'd just write stuff and put myself into it. And then that took over the whole thing. And then I thought I'll just do comedy. And then comedy wouldn't take off for ages. So when it did start taking off when I was about 30, I thought I'll start doing drama at the same time. So I started doing these 2 things in a schizophrenic way. It's the same way the Zulus attack. You see the film Zulu. They do a front and the horns go around here and they attack from the back, I think. A bit like that. I got that answer. Yeah.
Speaking of the recent years in California, what's your take on the writer's strike?
Well, I think the writers don't have enough power to be showing it to the studios, So I think everyone in the world obviously looks at it, and it's interesting because the internet, we all are quite up to speed with this, and because entertainment affects us all around the world. I think everyone knows the writers are asking for a fair deal. The studios are saying, please, just give us all your money. Allow us to take all the money that the world's ever going to see in the future. We'd really like it to look like the Byzantine times. It can't be the other way around. It could be that the writers all got together and they thought, we'll stick the studios and make them give us all the money. We'll be rich, and the studios will be begging for it. It just can't be that way around. It's got to be the other way around. And so the writers are trying to get a deal on streaming. Streaming is the key thing. This is from everyone I've talked to. If you've got your iPhone, you can download about 8 gig at the moment, and that's about 4 or 5 films. But you want to be able to have access. Like in 5-10 years, we're going to be able to say, I want access to all the stuff in the world, Russian films, Angolan films, whatever. Touch of a button, just a big long menu list, and say, yeah, that one. And then it streams down, and then you can have it, held on a server somewhere up in space, and you just have your small machine, and you just watch anything you want to watch. So that's what they're trying to get, the deal on, and I think that's what the studios are trying to say. No, there's no deal on that. And now they're negotiating, so I don't know. We'll see how it comes out. I can't quite tell. I know there's no point making a judgment on it. I think it could stop. Very soon. February the 15th is sort of a magic day for me. The Oscars, I know that they're not doing that Oscars party. The Oscars they haven't given the go-ahead for the Oscar thing, so that may not happen. So I think I don't know. At the moment, I feel like 60% chance of them doing a deal, 40% chance of them not doing a deal. But it's not more clear-cut than that in my head. Yeah.
Out of all the tours, which one was your favourite?
Sorry?
Out of all the tours you've done, which one was your favourite?
I don't know. Well, the most weirdly put together one was the Loose Collection of Dates tour, which was my first ever tour. Because I was on the place where I was doing gigs around the country, and I had a diary, and there was all these gigs on disparate days. And I thought, if I write them and put those on a poster, that's a tour. And then I'm doing better than I'm actually doing. So I called it the Loose Collection of Dates. Everything on my diary on a poster. And, so that was funny. There's tours I wanted to do, which I haven't done yet, which I think would be fun. There's the Bonkers tour, which I wanted to do, which was all these English towns called Little Puddlewick on the Marsh, Jim Splat. All these crazy names. Probably ones in Ireland, Scotland, and Wales the same. It'd be great to put together a whole bunch of those. There's a Spitfire tour that I'm planning to do, which is I wanted to land a Spitfire in one field and do a gig in another field. There's another Spitfire tour I had in my head where I would fly a Spitfire and land, and then get into a sports car, and then drive to the gig, and then get the sports car back into the gig. So these are ones I haven't quite done yet. but one of the most joyous ones were the ones in, but the 2 weeks in Paris was just fantastic. It really was. It was great. My brother came over and some people came. It was just like we're in Paris doing a gig. It was insane. So I loved doing that. And the Dublin gigs have been very good. I had heckles. I was making jokes about the Ottoman Empire. And I said, the Ottoman Empire, you know, they attacked using furniture. And the audience, the Dublin audience went, I said, "You're fucking grown. You don't hear Ottoman Empire jokes all the time." Oh, yes, we get those back. That was during the Byzantine Empire. I don't know what to hear with different empire jokes. But it was just such a, you know, it's such a knowledgeable, aware audience. Yeah, it's always fun to play. And I'm playing in I did a gig in the International Bar. I think it was Dylan Moran's first gig, so that was interesting. Just playing in that room, because you know, and it's still difficult, I think, to have there's not a huge circuit, there's not a huge amount of clubs in Dublin, and it should be, because you know maybe everyone's too fucking funny. It should be that a whole nation should say, oh yeah, just the nation is funny. It just sounds a bit weird, but maybe you are. Maybe everyone's funny on the bus and in the pub, and no one wants to go pay and watch you see it. In London, there's 80 pubs, and the English, our image is just so dour and well. In fact, there's many different images of different English people. You would assume that the English wouldn't have a sense of humour, but you seem to have pretty good ones. Weird. It's kind of lucky, really. But I think because I have freckles and I do have red hair somewhere. This used to be very red, and then it would go blonde and red and blonde, that sort of dirt colour. Pubic hair is still proudly red, and there's something Celtic going on in here. I've got a genealogist, like we should all have. The internet, you know, it's got all this stuff on the internet, and I'm trying to find out. It must link back to something Celtic. And in fact, we know we're all linked back to it. We're all African. That's what we know. So hopefully that answers your question. No. Okay. Yes.
I was just wondering, out of the films that you've been in, which is your favourite? Which is the most fun?
Cat's Meow was great to do. Cat's Meow we shot. We were supposed to be set off the coast of California. Went to Greece to shoot it. So I really like doing that. We shot it in Berlin and Greece, which is really weird because it's set up on the coast of California.